Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do a notes video today. It's the first one of the year for you geometry folk. Usually I use like a program on the iPad to do it, but today, since we have this massive chart, it would be very challenging to use because I'm gonna have to keep flipping back to it. So what we're going to do is just record this on my phone and hope for the best. Will this be a great video? No. Will it even be a good video? Probably not. But yeah, that's really it. So you'll see proofs or problems like this on the test. This is coordinate geometry. Um, we've been working with, like, I'll ask you specifically, is it a parallelogram or is it a rectangle or whatever. This is just giving you 4 points and you have to tell me what the best name for the quadrilateral is. So I don't tell you prove something or the other, it's just what is the best name. And this little flow chart that I made helps out a ton. So, if you notice, the very top says, how many sets of parallel sides does it have? That's where you start every single time. So you take your 4 points, and we have to figure out how many sets of opposite parallel sides. Every single time we make a quick sketch. So F, -7, 3, somewhere over here. Doesn't have to be pretty. -3, 2. 0, -4. And -4, 3. -3. Boom, 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 boom. So, make your little quick sketch, because we just need to see what the opposite sides are. In order to find out how many sets of parallel sides does it have, we need to do slope 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So make a little T-chart. The nice thing is it's the same process over and over and over again. My first set of opposite sides, I have an FR. My second set, I have a GO. I also have FG. And the opposite of that is RO. I'm going to kind of quickly do some of this slope because slope's not all too crazy. So for FR, my y2 minus y1, 2 minus 3 is a -1, over my x2 minus x1, -3 minus -7 is a +4. So my slope for FR is -1/4. If you need to take your time and do more work than that for slope, that's fine, but just for the sake of this video not melting your guys' minds and making you want to quit math forever, yeah, I don't remember what I was saying. Anyways, so GO, y2 minus y1, -4 minus -3 is a -1, over 0 minus -4 is a +4. So right now I have -1/4 and -1/4. So those two, right off the bat, I have at least one set of parallel sides. Now we have to do it again. For FG, I have a -3 minus 3, which is a -6, over -4 minus a -7, which is a +3. Reduce that down to -2. Then I can see for RO, I have -4 minus 2 is -6. And then 0 minus a -3 is a +3, which reduces down to -2. So for my other set, I have -2 and -2. So wabam, we're good. We have 2 sets of parallel sides. So at this point, whoa, did the color just change on my phone? Oh god, this is weird. At this point, I have 2 sets of opposite sides. So go up your flowchart. How many sets do I have? I have 2. So we know at a minimum, it's at least a parallelogram. So as soon as we prove we have 2 sets of opposite parallel sides, we're at parallelogram. Now we keep going. It says, are the sides perpendicular? In order for the sides to be perpendicular, we'd have to have opposite reciprocal slopes. So I have a -1/4 and a -2. Those are not even anywhere near perpendicular, so they are not perpendicular. So when you go up here, are they perpendicular? We can say no. So the very last question is, are the diagonals perpendicular? So to finish this off, we have to see if the diagonals are perpendicular. If it's a yes, we have a rhombus. If it's a no, we can't go this far. We have to go backtrack until the last thing we said yes to, which was a parallelogram. So if we go down here, my diagonals are FO and RG. So once again, 2 more slopes. So a total of 6 slopes here. At least it's not distance formula. Slope's pretty quick. So for FO, -4 minus 3 is -7. 0 minus a negative 7 is positive 7, reduces down to negative 1. RG, negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. Negative 4 minus negative 3 is a negative 1, which reduces down to 5. So negative 1 and 5, are they perpendicular? Heck no. So we can't move on. This is a big no-go now. We have to backtrack, which the very last thing we said yes to was parallelogram. So we can say, therefore, FROG is a parallelogram. And that's it. So coordinate geometry. If you follow this little flow chart, it truly, I mean, that's all you need. You just do slope, decide how many, answer the questions underneath. The only time you ever need distance is if you have one set and you have to see if it's isosceles or not. The rest of these are all slope. Lots and lots of slope. And that's one whole problem. If you feel like, oh, that's piece of cake, I'm good, you can be done now. I'm going to do 3 problems total, so you can watch as many times, rewind this, rewatch it, listen to my voice over and over again. I don't care. But that's the first one. That's it for that one. So the first joke of the day, because I had to put jokes in here. What is the foot's favorite chip? Doritos. Yep. So there's your first joke of the day. There'll probably be about 2 more total. I kind of planned them out a little bit. It's no big deal. It's just my life. Hope the sub's being cool and stuff. You have plenty of time to work after this. We're gonna skip 2. 2's kind of a waste. If you ended up wanting to do it for fun, in the end you would end up just getting a quadrilateral. So if you wanted to, after this, if you needed some extra practice and you want to do number 2, the end result will be a quadrilateral, so see if you can get there. We are going to do 3 and 4. So for 3, again, the way we want to start is a quick sketch. So I have 110. I have negative 4, 0. I have 7, 2. And then I have 12, 12 way up here. So is it going to look pretty? Probably not. But, you know, story of my life. So we had a quick sketch. We got BEAN, bean. Now we have to prove what we have to do. So start, back to this thing, start where we wanted to before. So how many sets of parallel sides does it have? Let's find out. My first set, I have BN and EA. So BN, EA. And then my next set is BENA, sorry. BENA. Woo! Slope, let's do it. BN. So 12 minus 10, 2. 12 minus 1, 11. So I just did my y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. EA, I have 2 minus 0 is 2. 7 minus a negative 4, positive 11. So I have 2 over 11, 2 over 11, sweet. They're parallel. I have at least one set as of right, meow. Now I have BE, 0 minus 10, negative 10. Negative 4 minus a positive 1 is a negative 5, which reduces down to 2. And A, I have 2 minus 12 is negative 10. 7 minus 12 is negative 5, reduces down to a positive 2. Again, if I'm moving too quick on this, just rewind it, watch it a couple times. I just don't want this video to take way too long for people who are like, yeah, this isn't anything crazy. I am tired of hearing this crazy man speak. Yeah, so I have one set parallel. I see 2 and 2, so I have 2 sets of parallel. Yippee. When I look at my little track here, how many sets of parallel sides? 2. So again, it's at least a parallelogram at this point right now. Now we have to say, are the sides perpendicular? This one's easy. Just look and see if they're opposite reciprocal. 2 over 11 and 2 are not perpendicular again. So we can say no to that. So if we say no, our last thing is, are the diagonals perpendicular? So if we go back to our picture, my one diagonal is BA, my other diagonal is NE, and you can name it either way. If you went the opposite way, it'd still work out. So my slope for BA, 0 minus 10, negative 10, negative 4 minus 1, negative 5. Wait, something looks wrong. Oh, I did BE. Holy shucks. Whoopsies, BA. 2 minus 10 is a negative 8. Rascals, am I even a geometry teacher, Brooke? 2 minus 10, negative 8. 7 minus 1 is 6. So negative 8 over a positive 6 reduces down to negative 4 over 3. So be careful not to do what I did. And then NE, I have 0 minus 12, negative 12. Negative 4 minus 12 is a negative 16. So we can reduce this down to 3 over 4. So the question was, are the diagonals perpendicular, which means opposite reciprocal? And the answer to that, negative 4 over 3, positive 3 over 4. These are flipped, opposite signs, so we can say yes, they are opposite reciprocal. So since we answered yes, we can move down, and my final solution would be a rhombus. So I can say, therefore, BEAN is a rhombus. If there was more than one Morgan, it would be rhombi. Unfortunately, we only have one, so it's not rhombi. And that's it. So same process again. Find your slope for two opposite sets of sides. We answered yes. They weren't parallel. We answered yes to the diagonals being perpendicular. So yes, no, yes, came out to be a rhombus. And the whole time we followed this flow chart. Two of them, they were not, but the diagonals were, so it was a rhombus. Joke number 2 of the day, my favorite part. What is Starbucks' favorite city? Well, that would be Fort Lauderdale. Oh. All right. These are some great jokes. We have one last problem left. If you still need it, not a problem. We'll do one more. So again, we have GOLD, gold. Make your quick sketch. Negative 5, negative 4, somewhere down yonder. 5, 4, somewhere over here. 0, 5, somewhere about right here. We'll go right about there. And then negative 5, 1, somewhere about right there. So we have GOLD, gold. Favorite thing. Start, same spot. We got to find slope of two sets of opposite sides. So I have DL, GO. So DL, keep it on the down low. GO, felt so hip there. Other set, DG. And then LO. Whew, okay, 4 more slopes here. So DL, on the test, there's 2 of these total. So you don't have to do it 4 times. It's just 2 of them, nothing too crazy, I guess. It's like 12 slopes, which sounds actually miserable talking about it, but it won't be that bad. So for DL, 5 minus 1 is 4. And then 0 minus negative 5 is 5. So the slope of DL is 4/5. GO, 4 minus a negative 4 is 8. 5 minus negative 5 is 10. Reduce that down to 4 over 5. So this one worked out. We have one set. You can probably kind of guess by the shape what this is, but we don't want to trust pictures. We got to prove it. So for DG, negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5. Negative 5 minus negative 5 is 0. So this is an undefined slope. It just means it's straight up and down. It's a vertical line. LO, we have 4 minus 5 is negative 1. And then 5 minus 0 is 5. So undefined and negative 1/5 are clearly not parallel. So we only have one set. So instead of having 2 sets like the other problems, we only have one set of parallel sides. So if we follow our chart, 1, so we know for a fact as of right now it's a trapezoid, which is awesome. Trapezoid is my favorite shape, sort of. It's in the top 10. That's really lame that I have top 10 favorite shapes. But anyways, so top 10 favorite shape, trapezoid. Now the only question we have to say is, are the legs congruent? So in order to find that out, it's everyone's favorite. The legs are the 2 non-parallel sides. So if we know these are parallel, then DG and LO are our legs. So DG, LO, and guess what we have to do? Oh yes, that's, go back to this, congruent means distance. We have to do the distance formula. So distance formula, for anyone that doesn't remember, I'll write it down here. You can do x's or y's first, but I'll do x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. I understand that me being a lefty kind of ruins this because I'm covering it the whole time. Ziggy, please stop whining. Thank you. Sorry if you can hear my dog. Hey, stop it. So, changing x's squared, changing y squared. Oh my gosh, it keeps whining. So for dg, I have the square root of, we can do x's first, so -5 minus a -5 is +5 squared, plus my y's, -4 minus 1 squared, which is the square root of 0 squared, which is 0, plus 5 squared is 25. So the length of that is just a nice clean 5. So I subtracted my x's, subtracted my x's squared plus subtract my y squared and got 5. For LO, these 2 points, I have 5 minus 0 squared, so x2 minus x1 squared, plus 4 minus 5 squared. So I get 5 squared, which is 25, plus -1 squared, which is 1, which is the square root of 26, which would be about 5.06-ish. So even though they're super duper close, they're not the exact same number. So since we can't answer yes to this, we have to go back to the last thing we knew, which was just trapezoid. So we can say, therefore, GOLD is a trapezoid. I don't know if that's spelled right, but we'll say it is. And that's it. So follow this chart, practice on your review guide, come in with questions on Monday. Last joke for anyone still listening, which if you are, well, more power to you. What did the plumber say to the singer? Nice pipes. I think that's my favorite one. This is a video I'm playing of laughing. That's horrifying. So, I'll see you Monday. Have a good weekend. Be good for the sub. See you.